Okay, so here I am again. Let's continue our lesson about balance sheet. Before we talk about cash flow and language, grammar about quantifiers, and this second part of the video is all about balance sheet and another language which is about uh, passive passive forms. Okay, so do you know what is a balance sheet? Have you heard about this? Well, balance sheet are or sheets are documents showing a company's financial position at a specific date, which reflects what it owes or borrow and what it owns. What do they have? So this is a document, again, showing company's financial position, okay, with specific date. Now, as what you can see, this is an example only of balance sheet so that you can have an idea of what is it look like. So this is assets, liabilities, yeah, and this one is under assets are current assets, which also include cash, money, inventory. What do they have? The stocks, the products. What do they have right now? Account receivable, and total current assets. We have also fixed assets, land, buildings, and their cost, equipment, and then they have also the depreciation cost. And then this is the total fixed assets. So again, this is the total assets. And then here we have liabilities. Yeah, this is the current liabilities also, which includes bank overdraft, bank payable here, and then total current liabilities. And this long-term liabilities, mortgage, long-term loans, and this one also. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, before we continue the language about passive forms, we are going to learn first the useful words related to balance sheet. First, we have assets. So assets are properties owned by a company, like building, cash, money, vehicles or cars. So those are examples of assets. We have also current assets. These things can quickly be turned into cash. So I will give you examples that one later. Again, quickly, very quick to turn into cash. You can sell them, and of course, you can get cash or money from those things. Non-current assets are the things a company owns, which they need to run their business. Like for example, maybe building, they're using it for their business. So that's example of non-current assets. Account receivables, these are money owed by other companies. Yeah. So if they borrow, the other companies borrow money from this bank or from your company, so that is called account receivables. We have also inventory. So inventory and goods, sorry, and raw materials or supplies that they have in their position. So inventory, shall we have, for example, the products that you have in your position right now. So that is considered as the inventory, the products. Yeah. So these are also have non-current assets. This is examples. We have also different kinds of non-current assets. We have tangible assets. This is building and equipment. Intangible assets, example, brand names of products or for products, and services for patents. This is like the trademark, the name. So for example, brand name. So other people also can produce your products. You're using your names. But yeah, they can use their names with a certain amount of money. Okay, so let's continue. Sorry. So from assets, we move to liabilities. So liabilities are the obligations the company has to others. Liabilities like they have to pay the rent, the salary, and many other expenses. Liability, from the word liability. Current liabilities, this one are debts, which must be paid in the 12 months, not longer than 12 months. So that is current liabilities. Non-current liabilities must be paid after 12 months or long-term loans. So that is non-current liabilities. We have also accounts payable. So money owed to suppliers. So if your company has borrowed money from the suppliers, so that money is called account payable. Taxes and short-term loans, salaries and wages, and interest due on loans. So these are also account payable. Equity, again, when assets minus liabilities, the answer or the remaining value, that is called equity. Shall we say, for example, the assets is, for example, $100,000, and then liabilities is $70,000. So you have 30,000 equity. Okay? Any questions? No? Okay. You can have the questions. You can use. You can make. You can write comments. Yeah, later. Shareholders' equity. So this is the money the shareholders have put into the company. So if you have shareholders who put money in your company to invest, so that money is called shareholders' equity. Retained earnings. So this one is the portion of business profits to use for business or pay debts. All right. Let's move on. Are there any questions about balance sheet? Okay. Now let's move to language about passive forms. Now, passive forms, how do we form passive forms? So don't forget, you need to form, or we form passive form with the correct form of be. Be is are plus past participle or the verb 3. Yeah, you call this sometimes verb 3. And we use the passive when the action is more important than who does it. Yeah? Again, is the action is more important than who does it. When it is clear who does the action, that is, we can use the passive form. To highlight the agent, who or what does the action using by. Okay? So, examples. These assets can be converted into cash. So this is, the action here is very important, yeah? Assets can be converted into cash. The balance sheet is divided into two parts. So the action is clear. The company was invoiced last month. So clear who did the action, the company. Yeah, it's very clear here. And this one, the money is paid by shareholders, highlights who did the action. So this is who did the action. Yeah, shareholders. So this is very clear who did the action here. The company and also here. Yeah. Okay. So this is how we do or form passive forms. And take note, some of the if highlighted, if again, if the agent, if we need to highlight who or what does the action, so we need to use by, like this one here. Okay, so this is your task in your homework. Just check your Google Classroom. Yeah, so rewrite these sentences in the passive. Use by only where necessary. So no need to use by if it's not necessary. Yeah. So example, oh no, number one, the group accounting department prepares the balance sheet. So you can rewrite this sentence using passive. Okay? And you will do this one. Yeah. How do we say large numbers? Now, when we say large numbers, we use and between hundreds and the tens, including when they are multipliers. So we have here between hundreds and tens. So example here, 300,000, 461. So this is between the 100 and the 1 or tens, I mean tens, 60 and 1. Another one here is 34,987,125. So this is we're using and here between 100 also and 10 and tens, I mean. So we can see this these numbers: 1,000, 100,000, 6 zeros, 1 million, 9 zeros, 1 billion, or 1,000 million. This one. This is 1 trillion or 1 million million. Oh, it's confusing, yeah? But anyway, you can say this one, yeah? 1 trillion is 1 million million. Note, we say 2 million, not 2 millions. Huh? We use this one, 2 million, not millions. Large also figures can also be said with a decimal point. We use a comma to separate billions and millions and thousands. We use a point for decimal points. The numbers after the decimal point are said individually. So this one here, comma, we use comma here to separate thousands and millions. And then we use the point here. For example, 1.75. So the point is here, 1.75. You can just say the number individually. Okay? So this is our lesson for this week. And hope that you learn a bit or a lot. And we hope also that you can do your homework assignment. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye.